Sometime in the not so distant future, there was a man. The man had a mechanized penis. It was the biggest one I've ever seen. Great. All right, there's a song right here. Let's go. What's up, everyone? How about that intro? I can't say for sure I'm proud about this piece of music right here. I'm just toying around a little bit with old synths and samplers, trying to make some video game music. You know what? I don't know. The Sid synth, did you hear it? It was pretty cool. I love those types of sounds. So I just made something stupid for this. That's where we're at today. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sunday with Ola. Hope you're having a great time. Pix is with me today. Finally, she's been gone. Why has she been gone? She hasn't really been gone. It's just that Louise is taking her for a walk whenever I'm recording things. So she's not, you're not here too often. And I have this camera. This is my new little cute face camera. Hello, cute face. How you doing? What are you doing down there? Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Maybe you can also see that this video is in 60 FPS. Oh, the future! This is like a petting cam right there. And it's in 60 FPS. How about that? I want to talk about something. You guys are very lucky. You know why? Because this channel is completely unsponsored by anything outside, my own products. I'm just saying this. If you've seen a video of mine, in the past 3 or 4 years, none of them have been sponsored. And you might ask, how is that possible for a YouTuber to not be sponsored or, talking about Raid Shadow, piss ants, or whatever's available out there? Well, it's the simple reason that I started SWOLA Guitars, and with SWOLA Guitars, I can keep myself being unsponsored. I don't have to be involved with other brands. I love this. It gives me an incredible freedom. However, you still need to purchase the guitars. The guitars, you need to purchase them to keep it like that. There's another way of helping out. You can also buy merch from allenglandshop.com. You might have seen this, look at this. Will It Chug? The coffee tastes the absolute best in a Will It Chug mug. Something I'm extremely proud about since last year is that we are printing our own merch now, in-house, in the other room right there. We've been sporting a fair bit of t-shirts and shit. What is happening with the dog? Hello. Anyways, I figured we would make a proper Will It Chug pack for you right there. Nej. Du får inte bita i svansen. Okay. That's the thing. If your dog is biting her or his own tail, you have to stop it immediately. That's not a good behavior right there. So as soon as you see that, don't laugh at the dog. Just tell her not to do that. I'll put the camera down. So yes, there's a pack over at the allenglandshop.com website where you can buy a pack of this Will It Chug mug, this Will It Chug t-shirt, and for the price, you will get a Will It Chug cap as well. Look at this. We just started doing our own caps as well. I'm not completely happy with the quality of the actual cap. It's definitely not premium, but this is a starting point. We wanted to test out the printing. So we're gonna throw in a Will It Chug cap as well in this package with this Will It Chug mug and Will It Chug t-shirt. How about that? We're gonna give you the cap for free because I'm definitely not confident enough of selling this cap in the condition that it is today. No, it's just like, this is not really a premium cap. We're gonna do premium stuff, but we wanted to start with some, cheaper caps just to, see how it went, really. So I've been talking way too much about myself. I hope you're having a great Sunday morning. To the Team No Sleep gang, what's up? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys, okay? Let's head on to the news. So I'm not completely aware about the age of my viewers right here, but Paramount Plus announces new Beavis and Butthead movie and new episodes. Now, Beavis and Butthead was a show on MTV back during the 90s, and eventually they also released a movie that I was really fond of. I saw this movie again, like a year or two back. It has not aged that well. It's still a good and fun movie, but I'm just saying it was during the 90s. Beavis and Butthead was like a metal or hard rock show during the 90s where they played music videos and then they would sit and comment, basically. And short skits, basically making fun at metal people like me being, a little stupid. They're releasing new episodes and a new movie, so it's coming this July, and it seems that they put on some weight and age, which makes sense. I mean, 90s was a long time ago. Personally, I'll look forward to this. I'm looking forward to a couple of new episodes of Beavis and Butthead. I remember last Sunday with Ola, we talked about Bring Me the Horizon working with Ed Sheeran, and they released a song. They released an Ed Sheeran song with distorted guitars, basically. That was what the collaboration was. Now, Cradle of Filth is looking into collaborating with Ed Sheeran. Ed expressed a desire to be a part of a song, and we're currently looking at some options, and that's about as far as it's got. The thing that interests me is if we would undertake the collaboration, the juxtaposition, what the f is that, between what we do and what he does. Okay, the difference, yeah, there could be quite a contrast there. I think it's a bit of a challenge to undertake. Good luck, that's all I'm saying. Amon Amarth released a new song a couple of days back. Put your back into the oar, okay? You have to do the oar thing. And that's, Amon Amarth does that live, all the audience goes like this. Because they're rowing the boat together into success. This is probably gonna demonetize this video right here, so please. Will It Chug mug, Will It Chug t-shirt, pack, and a cap. Hello. And I haven't talked that much about Amon Amarth. It's actually not a band I'm listening to at all. I mean, I'm not that much into Viking metal or Nordic inspired metal, but Amon Amarth is definitely a really, really important and significant band. I mean, something that's really significant and, kind of the thing about these bands are the melodies, right? You have the screaming, growling vocals, but the melodies are still there, man. The guitar melodies. It's a cool new single. I quite enjoy it. I haven't paid that much attention to Amon Amarth, and I haven't really listened to the band, but I probably have to do it now, just saying. So there you go. Here's Kirk Hammett using a wapel while standing on a giant wapel. What? The f is this? Oh, it's Mark Agnesi. The authentic guy. Gibson authentic. Oh shit, hello. All right, they pulled out the real wapel for Kirk Hammett. I mean, it's fun that he at least can, joke about that. Since it is a standing joke that Kirk Hammett uses the wah a lot, it's fun. That's Mrs. Smith right there. It's like a wah-off. All right, someone uploaded a collection of all the Facebook videos that Vinnie Paul put up throughout the years, ranging from 2010 and 2017. It's basically him and all the videos that were from his Facebook.
Hell yeah!
It's pretty f***ing cool. I've been watching this a fair bit, and it's fun, man. It's 45 minutes of just, Vinnie Paul announcing shit, throwing out tour dates. It makes me happy to watch, actually. It's a good little comfort, actually, to watch this. I truly enjoy watching old clips of Dimebag and Vinnie Paul, being the legends of my favorite band. And it's just, I'm starved for clips and things that I haven't seen before, so I can watch this for days, man. So I'll put a link to this in the description of this video or up there. You can watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Here they are.
All right, Gary Holt takes another shot at the Kardashians and Kanye West with new guitar picks. Gary Holt, incredible guitar player of Exodus, also played in Slayer. He does not like the Kardashians at all. And, I can understand but he really seems to dislike him. Maybe that's something to look into there. Just saying. Anyways, he's been releasing new guitar picks that look like this. Look at this. It's the Kardashians. It's Kanye right there. Who the fuck is this? Some blonde chick. And they all look very satanic. And I'm not sure that this is completely okay to release something like this with people's faces on them. Maybe you also need to look that up before you get sued or something. I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was a little bit fun. He just doesn't like the Kardashians. I understand him, you know? All right, Loudwire listed the 10 weirdest places or wildest locations that bands have played live. So we're gonna check them out. I love you too, baby. Rage Against the Machine, they played on the Wall Street. That was the video, right? For Sleep Now in the Fire. They just played on top of a building above Wall Street. Outside Wall Street, okay. I don't know if this was this actually live or was it just recording for the music video? I don't know. Metallica in Antarctica. I remember this one because they flew out from Chile to Antarctica and they couldn't use any amps or anything because they didn't want to, they wanted to protect the Antarctica wildlife or whatever. So they were using Axe-Fix. That's all I remember from this show right there. They're playing out there. It looks cold. And to a select amount of people, obviously. Probably like real Metallica fans. No wah there, Kirk Hammett, but still cool. Pyramids of Giza. Oh shit, Red Hot Chili Peppers played in front of the pyramids. That is f***ing cool, actually. I've been here. I've been at the Pyramids of Giza with my wife. We went on a trip in 2008, I think. Kiss on a boat at a concert for sharks.
With that is something pretty exciting.
Were they playing for sharks?
Throwing us around a little bit, even though we were in a cove. There were some sea lions jumping around and stuff like that.
There were some sea lions jumping around, according to drummer Eric Singer, though. Wow, what a crowd. Tough crowd, I must say. Wackos at Denny's. What? One of my favorite breakfast places in the US. How is this possible? Look! The interior! Oh, I guess the manager of that Denny's regretted his decision pretty quick after this. Holy shit, that's fun. Korn on an airplane. What? I didn't hear about this. Is there an audience? They are actually playing on a f***ing airplane. They've had to rip out a couple of seats to be able to fit a drum kit in there, I guess. They do have amps and shit. What the hell? All right. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. Let's just head on. Okay. Band rocks, Limp Bizkit's break stuff, plus more with children instrument. Okay, let's do it.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really.
This is a good song, by the way. I'm not afraid to say it. You know, some of the Limp Bizkit stuff is good. I'm serious. I'm serious. I promise. All right, thank you. That was it. All right, best mosh pits of all time. Let's just check it out. That's a pretty sick wall of death right there. Oh, kill switch.
On the count of 4, bodies in motion.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3,
Rose of Sharon, baby. What's this? That's Death, right? That's for Farah, so it's Devil Driver, I guess. Oh, shit. You know, a really fun memory I have is from when The Haunted was playing in Tokyo, Japan for, what was the... Loud Fest? I think it was something. It was a festival. And I remember it was 12,000 people in the audience in like an arena dome. And there were 2 giant pits happening all the time. Being so, you know, Japanese people are very polite and very polite against each other. So they were just running around. And, you know, no fighting, no nothing. They were just running around. 2 really big pits. And I was like, holy shit. That is so cool. I think I have a video of that somewhere. Maybe I can see if I can find it. But that's one of my best mosh memories or like pit memories right there. All right, so I just found out that one of my favorite riffs, Pantera riffs and, you know, Dimebag riffs, that I thought was a Dimebag riff was actually written by Phil Anselmo. From Anselmo's mouth, he said, I wrote the main riff and Dimebag Pantera guitarist Daryl Abbott liked it, and it sounded about 1,000 times better when he played it, and he made it his own. And everybody, God, they put that song together. We put that song together. I think we knew we had written a pretty good song, that one. And I think the video for its time was unique to look at, groundbreaking, sort of action-packed shit like that, so very 90s band like. Okay, so apparently Phil Anselmo wrote that riff. I should play it just because. Now this is a drop tune guitar, but the original riff is played on a standard, so and that's a pretty fucking sick riff. One of my favorite riffs when I was a kid, and I tried to learn, and I played in a couple different ways. The tab book said like, but I think that was more like the Doom riff, because that song was also in Doom, because they stole a lot of music back in the day. They stole a lot of Metallica and Pantera music back in the day, like This Love, for instance. You know. That wasn't Doom. Do you remember that? Doom 1? No? Okay. Well, they stole it. And that, my friends, was the news right there. Holy shit, what a week, you guys. All right, I think I need to talk a little bit about the Sunday with Ola Riff Challenge. I haven't properly explained it in a while, and I see a lot of questions. People are asking how to contribute and be part of the Sunday with Ola Riff Challenge. So, whenever you see a Sunday with Ola, just like this one, you know, it starts off with a song that I wrote with drums, okay? Those drums will be available to download in the description of this particular video. You go down there, you click the link, you can download the drums, you can write your own riffs to those drums. And then you can film yourself. And then you post that to YouTube and you name it the SWOLA number. So in this case, this is Sunday with Ola 75. If you download the drums from this one and you make your own riffs, then you have to name it SWOLA75. Just so I can find you on the SWOLA Contenders live stream that's happening tomorrow. On Mondays on my second YouTube channel, I'm gonna check out the contributions for Sunday with Ola Riff Challenge, just so you know how it works. I'll put a link to the live stream right here. I'm gonna put a link to the drums down in the description of this video. And that, my friends, was it for Sunday with Ola this week. Don't forget to get the Will It Chug pack right there. You get a Will It Chug mug, Will It Chug t-shirt, and Will It Chug cap, like this. So hats off to a little package deal from olaenglundshop.com. Guys, thank you so much for watching this Sunday with Ola. I hope you enjoyed it. Pix is sleeping. That's a good sign right there that she's emotionally drained by sitting in this room. Have a nice Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Goodbye.